This is a video about spiral dynamics and medicine and healing. Good evening, this is Wake Up with another spiral dynamics video. This time about medicine and healing. Let's have a look about different views of medicine and healing through the lens of spiral dynamics. Beige. First aid. First aid would be a beige version of healing because it is saving life. An acute problem solved immediately, or at least ameliorated. Then purple. The purple way of medicine and healing is shamanism. Then red is fighting one problem with another. Any drugs that are as dangerous as the disease it's supposed to heal has a red quality. Now there's a bacterium and we give an antibiotic to kill the bacterium. Or like in the old days, you have syphilis and then you take quicksilver, mercury to cure the syphilis, and then you have a 50-50 chance if you die by syphilis or by mercury poisoning. Or you have cancer and you take chemotherapy to suppress the immune system and radiation for the same purpose. Destroy the immune system and then it cannot attack itself anymore. It's a warlike kind of medicine. Then blue. Blue is whatever is mainstream. Whatever most people believe in, that's blue. Blue is very conservative and very law-obedient. No matter if they are worldly laws or religious laws, you just don't question them. Then orange. Orange is very effective. Surgery. Surgery is an orange technique. You have a problem with the liver, you go directly to the liver and see what you can cut out and the problem is gone. Or your joint is damaged, you just exchange the joint. And surgery takes a very high level of technology, of hygiene and instruments and machines and so on. And also a high level of skill. You can make a lot of mistakes in surgery. You have to practice a lot. So here's the technological aspect and the efficiency. Then green. Green can either be some kind of new age esoteric trend or some kind of natural herbal medicine, kind of a modern version of purple. Then yellow. Yellow wants to understand everything. So someone who is in the field of medicine and healing and is centered in yellow, he or she will try to learn as many techniques and traditions of healing as possible. Conventional Western medicine and Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine and osteopathy and homeopathy and so on, everything. And then compare them and see how they are the same and how they are different and what's good for this patient and what's good for that person in that situation. Very individualistic. And also he or she will be interested in learning different styles within one type of medicine. For example, in modern Western medicine, he or she will not only have a doctorate in one field of medicine, cardiology for example, but 2 or 3. Or if it's a practitioner of traditional Chinese medicine, he will not only be versed in acupuncture, but in herbs and diet and qigong and tuina and whatever else as well. And within a certain style, for example acupuncture, he or she will have learned all kinds of different traditions, not only one. So yellow is a gatherer. There's no limit to what he or she wants to learn. He wants to understand everything and then choose the right technique for this person at that time. Then turquoise. A very good example for turquoise healing is homeopathy. This is also why homeopathy is so misunderstood and so much attacked, because a red, blue or orange mind frame cannot understand what homeopathy is about. It sounds like superstitious hoo-ha. The reason why homeopathy fits very well into turquoise is because homeopathy doesn't treat diseases. It treats the health of a person. It has a look how the health of a person is disturbed and why it cannot function perfectly anymore. And health, in the view of homeopathy, is not a state that you can lose or achieve. Health is an intelligent part of yourself. Health is always there. The question is it disturbed or not disturbed? And a disturbance of health creates the illusion of a sickness. Well, that sickness is actually the symptoms that are created by the health that is kind of crying for help. And the homeopathic remedy is giving exactly the help the health needs to get into equilibrium, into harmony again. So the homeopathic remedy is not healing, it just promotes self-healing. This is very similar to osteopathy and acupuncture and Ayurveda as well. It's always about the body or the system healing itself, and it just needs a little nudge in the right direction. And to do that, you have to view all the symptoms, not only one or two. It's the holistic thing. Then coral. Coral is a little bit tricky because coral doubts the existence of everything, including diseases and including the body and including the personality and everything. So a coral perspective to medicine and healing would be to just not take the disease or the symptoms seriously, and then just wait for them to disappear again into the nothingness from whence they came. And if that doesn't work for some reason, he or she would just choose any other method, whatever seems appropriate at that moment. The interesting thing here is that coral-centered persons are not afraid to die. Then teal. Teal is not so easy to understand either. A teal person would have a perception of why he or she got this disease, in parentheses, or these symptoms, and also see how it would be possible to treat them, and then accept it and do nothing. So coral and teal are not too much into healing techniques or medicine. They may have some active or passive experience with some healing or medicine techniques, styles, traditions from before they were centered in coral or teal, and they may still employ them from time to time, especially in coral because there's a bit of impatience involved there. But in the end, all symptoms for them are just things which come and go. It is not perceived as a problem anymore or as a drama. And looking at what actually is happening at the cause, finding the cause, looking at the cause, understanding the cause, might be enough. And if not, there's no problem perceived either in experiencing sickness or even death. It also depends a little bit at what kind of symptoms they are. Yeah? If you had a car accident, then a coral or teal person will still go and have surgery. Unless they use some cities, for example, like Gurdjieff, for example, he always used some special abilities to transfer his internal injuries onto something else, like a watermelon. But they may take or may not take drugs, medicine, because any kind of medicine, any kind of pills, chemicals can mess with your mind. But their intuition will tell them if they will take one or the other or not. The reason why this works is, with the exceptions of things like car accidents, is once you are centered in coral or teal or further colors, you will feel the onset of the symptoms very early on. And you will not wait for days or weeks or months or years to deal with them. The symptoms start to occur and immediately you deal with them and its cause. One of the main reasons why so many people get sick is because they wait until the so-called sickness is really manifest. It's already 5 to 12 actually. And then they're looking for a remedy. So beige to turquoise, they will look for a remedy. And from coral on, they will look for what is actually happening and why. And solve the issue immediately, if that is possible. If it is not possible to solve the issue internally, they will choose, according to their intuition, the best plan or best method for this particular situation. They will not have any predilections, any favorite type of medicine that they always use. So for the first tier colors, diseases are something that exists that you have to get rid of somehow. For the second tier colors, diseases do not exist. It's just a way that problems manifest in our system. Then symptoms occur, and it's a matter of consciousness how to deal with them. So beige to green will treat the disease. Yellow and turquoise, and maybe parts of green as well, will treat the health of the immune system, strengthen the immune system. And coral and teal and so on, they will view the whole thing as a matter of consciousness. This is why there's the rumor and misconceptions that awakened and enlightened people don't get sick, or don't get cancer, or don't die of cancer. This is wrong, of course. You can develop symptoms anytime, and then it is a matter of how you deal with them. And anyone can get cancer and die of cancer, as has been shown many times in history, because there are so many different kind of causes which are possible, and which probably lie in the past as well, before awakening or enlightenment happened. So here again, I mention, as always, not one color is better than another, and not one system of psychology or medicine or healing or science is better than another. They're just different viewpoints, which of course is a very yellow thing to say, but it's true. In the end, like a friend of mine said recently when we talked about turquoise science, which also exists. You can have blue physics, orange physics, green physics, yellow physics, turquoise physics. It doesn't really matter. If there's anything that matters, is the question, do you believe in that your personality exists, or do you not? Can you see that your ego is just a story, or can't you? And this will also influence how you deal with health and disease. Okay, that's it for today. Please leave your comments below. I'm already looking forward to the shitstorm about homeopathy. Please don't hesitate to share your experiences with the colors of spiral dynamics, and see you very soon. Thank you for subscribing.